Have you ever thought of starting a small business in Africa and wondered where to start and what pitfalls to avoid? Well, you're not alone. Africa, a land of vast opportunities, has been a beacon for small businesses, but it's not without its own unique challenges. In this video, we'll be identifying and discussing common mistakes made and how to avoid them. So, buckle up and get ready to navigate the entrepreneurial landscape of Africa. Stay tuned as we delve into the top 5 mistakes to avoid when starting a small business in Africa. Mistake number 1, neglecting to understand the local market. Now, you might be thinking, I've got a great business idea. It's successful in my home country. It'll surely work in Africa too. But hold your horses. Let's talk about why this kind of assumption can be a costly mistake. The African market, like any other, has its unique characteristics. It's not a monolith, but a dynamic and diverse continent with 54 countries, each with its unique cultures, languages, and consumer behavior. What works in Lagos might not work in Nairobi, and what's a hit in Dakar might be a miss in Johannesburg. Take the example of a global fashion brand that decided to expand into Africa. They brought in the same styles and trends that were popular in their home country. But they overlooked one crucial factor, the local fashion sense, which differed significantly from their home market. The result? Low sales, high inventory costs, and eventually, they had to pull out of the market. Or consider the case of a food chain that tried to introduce a globally popular dish in an African country. They didn't consider local taste preferences and dietary habits. The dish didn't resonate with local customers, and the venture was a flop. These examples underline the importance of understanding the local market. It's crucial to research and understand the local culture, preferences, and spending habits. It's also essential to understand the local competition. Who are the major players? What do they offer and how do they operate? And it's not just about understanding the market, but also about adapting to it. This might mean tweaking your product or service to better suit local tastes or adjusting your marketing strategy to resonate more with local consumers. In conclusion, don't underestimate the power of local market knowledge. It might take time and resources to gain this knowledge, but it's an investment that could make or break your venture. The more you understand about the local market, the better equipped you'll be to navigate its challenges and seize its opportunities. Remember, knowledge is power, especially in business. Mistake number 2, insufficient financial planning. Imagine this. You're on a journey, driving along a winding road. You have a destination in mind, but you've forgotten to bring your map. Now you're lost with no clear direction. This is what starting a small business without proper financial planning is like. Financial planning is the map that guides your business journey. It lays out the route to your destination, success. Without this map, you're simply driving in the dark, hoping to stumble upon success. But hope, as they say, is not a strategy. Financial planning is not just about counting the cash in your pocket or the funds in your bank account. It's about predicting the future, anticipating costs, forecasting revenues, and preparing for financial risks and opportunities. It's about making sure that your business has the financial fuel to keep going, to grow, and to thrive. A business without sufficient financial planning is like a car without fuel. It might start strong, but it will soon sputter and stop. We've seen this happen time and time again. Businesses bursting with potential, brought to their knees by poor financial planning. Take, for instance, a small fashion boutique launched with great enthusiasm. The owner, a talented fashion designer, poured all her savings into creating a stunning collection, but she failed to anticipate the costs of running a physical store. Rent, utilities, staff salaries. She didn't factor in the slow months when sales would dip, and when these costs piled up, her business collapsed under the financial burden. Or consider a tech startup that developed a groundbreaking app. They attracted investors and users alike, but they didn't plan for the costs of scaling up, upgrading their servers, expanding their team, marketing their product. When the time came to scale, they were caught off guard and their growth was stunted. These stories are not scare tactics. They are reality checks. They remind us of the critical importance of financial planning in business. Financial planning is like a roadmap. Without it, you might lose your way. So make sure you have your map before you embark on your business journey. Don't make mistake number 2. Don't start a business without sufficient financial planning. Mistake number 3. A poor business model. Picture this. You've got a fantastic product, the market is ripe for the picking, and you're ready to make your mark. But despite all the promise and potential, the business flounders. Why? The culprit is often a weak business model. A business model isn't just about selling a product or a service. It's the blueprint of how you create, deliver, and capture value. It's the strategy that guides your operations, revenue streams, cost structure, and customer relationships. A weak business model is like building a house on a shaky foundation. It's only a matter of time before it all comes tumbling down. Consider the tale of the once popular video rental store Blockbuster. At its peak, Blockbuster was the giant of video rentals, with thousands of stores worldwide. But as the digital age dawned, they stuck to their outdated business model of physical rentals, late fees, and brick-and-mortar stores. Meanwhile, a little startup called Netflix saw the future in streaming and subscription services. We all know how that story ended. Or how about Kodak, a titan in the photography industry? Despite inventing the digital camera, they clung to their profitable film business model, failing to adapt to the changing market. The result? Bankruptcy, while other companies capitalized on the digital photography boom. These examples aren't meant to scare you, but to illustrate a point. A solid business model is crucial. It should be flexible, allowing you to adapt to market changes. It should be scalable, enabling growth. And it should be sustainable, generating steady revenue over the long term. In Africa, with its unique challenges and opportunities, a robust business model is even more critical. It's not enough to have a great product or service. You need a strategy that takes into account the local market, cultural nuances, and economic landscape. So, as you embark on your entrepreneurial journey, remember, a strong business model isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a must-have. It's the blueprint for success, the roadmap to profitability, and the foundation on which you build your business empire. A strong business model is the backbone of any successful business. Mistake number 4, neglecting customer service. This is a pitfall that has led to the downfall of many promising enterprises. Customer service is the heart of every successful business. It's the lifeline that connects you to your clients, and neglecting it can lead to dire consequences. Imagine this. You've just opened a new cafe in the bustling heart of Lagos. The coffee is great, the ambiance is perfect, but the staff is rude and unresponsive. Now, despite the fantastic coffee and the comfortable atmosphere, customers are going to think twice before stepping foot in your cafe again. That's because they didn't just come for the coffee, they came for the experience. And a big part of that experience is how they are treated. Let's take another example from the tech world. There's a software company that's developed an innovative product that's just what the market needs. But when customers encounter a glitch or need help figuring out how to use the product, they find the company's customer service unhelpful, unresponsive, or even non-existent. The result? Customers abandon the product and look for alternatives, even if they're less innovative or more expensive. These examples illustrate a powerful truth. No matter how good your product or service is, if your customer service is poor, your business will suffer. In fact, studies have shown that almost 7 out of 10 customers would abandon a company due to a single poor customer service experience. But it's not just about retaining customers. Good customer service can turn customers into ambassadors for your brand. A happy customer will tell 9 of their friends about their positive experience, but a dissatisfied customer will tell 16 people about their negative experience. So, poor customer service can not only cost you customers, it can damage your reputation as well. So, how do you avoid this mistake? It's simple. Make customer service a priority. Train your staff to be courteous and responsive. Have channels in place for customer feedback and complaints. And most importantly, treat your customers with respect and value their input. Because at the end of the day, customer service is not a department, it's an attitude. The final mistake, ignoring local regulations. When you're starting a small business in Africa, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a new venture and overlook the less glamorous aspects, like local laws and regulations. But make no mistake, This could be a costly oversight. Consider this. You've set up a thriving food business, but have you checked the local health and safety codes? Or maybe you're running a transportation service. Are you aware of the local licensing requirements and road regulations? Ignorance of the law excuses no one, and non-compliance can lead to hefty fines, legal issues, or worse, the shutdown of your business. Let's take a look at some real-life examples. A popular clothing retailer in Nairobi once had to halt operations because they overlooked the local import regulations. Or consider the case of a flourishing tech startup in Lagos that faced a legal backlash due to non-compliance with local data protection laws. These stories serve as a stark reminder that understanding and complying with local regulations is not optional, it is essential. So don't treat this as a box-ticking exercise. Take the time to thoroughly understand the legal landscape of the area you're operating in. Remember, laws and regulations are there to protect the interests of all stakeholders, the business, the customers, and the community. To stay in business, stay within the law. To recap, we've discussed the top 5 mistakes to avoid when starting a small business in Africa. From overlooking local market knowledge, underestimating financial planning, choosing a weak business model, neglecting customer service, to disregarding local regulations, these are the pitfalls you need to be wary of. Remember, with the right knowledge and preparation, you can avoid these pitfalls and succeed in your business venture. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more business insights. Thank you for watching.